The Galactic Accords Department of Species Classification was known for its precision. Over 10,000 sentient species have been logged, studied, indexed, and ranked according to their threat levels. The humans of Earth were given a classification of Tier 2 civilized, harmless, somewhere between the singing bubble mollusks of Ryax and the photosynthetic mind clouds of Orcs by galactic standards. Humans were quaint, loud, emotional, short-lived, and technologically backward. Their planet was beautiful, their biology unimpressive, and their war history primitive. No psionics, no antimatter fleets, no evidence of hive minds or dark energy weaponry. Most species barely noticed them, but General Yazik of the Croft Dominion noticed. Croft scouts had passed by Earth during an old recon mission. What they found were fragmented communications, videos, music, chaotic data transmissions, and one particularly unsettling frequency, a channel called history documentaries. At first, it was laughable. But as Yazik watched centuries of human war records, revolutions, genocides, resistance movements, and nuclear standoffs, his claws twitched. These creatures destroy each other with fire, chemicals, and pride, he muttered. Still, the Galactic Accords rank stood, harmless. Yazik decided to test that classification. Not with diplomacy. With conquest, the first human colony targeted was New Kyoto, a terraformed moon on the rim of the Kepler system. The Croft expected mild resistance. Instead, they got Project Adamant. The humans didn't panic. They didn't beg. They didn't even retreat. They waited, and then they fought with a fury the Croft had never cataloged. Their mechs weren't sleek. They were brutal. Their tactics weren't clean. They were savage. Humans used terrain as weapons, hacked the enemy's own comms to turn their drones on themselves, and detonated entire ridgelines to wipe out enemy clusters. Croft casualties, 82%. New Kyoto stood. Yazik's second strike was more calculated. A fleet of 40 dread cruisers sent to Orion's Bastion, Earth's largest orbital defense facility. They were met not with defense, but with silence, until the entire moon base, long thought inactive, split open like a blooming flower, revealing a planet-killer railgun hidden for generations. 1 shot, 12 Croft dreadnoughts turned into metal vapor. Then came the response fleets. The humans didn't wait for them. Earth launched what they called Operation Reclamation. Not out of rage, but because they had waited long enough. You see, humanity remembered being called harmless. That word had echoed through embassies and xenon-lit council halls. They let it stand, let the others laugh, let the galaxy turn its back, because humans weren't harmless. They were patient. In less than 4 galactic cycles, the Croft homeworld garage lay in ashes. Not from planetary bombardment. Humans had learned something far worse. They studied the Croft's own history, found their buried atrocities, unearthed ancient rebellions, and armed the oppressed. Entire species once enslaved by the Croft rose up, carrying Earth-made rail rifles and whispering human war songs translated into every language of the sector. By the time Earth Marines even arrived, the Croft Empire had already imploded, and the galaxy was watching. At the next Accord Summit, a strange hush fell as Earth's ambassador entered. No weapons, no entourage, just a small silver cube in her hand. "I'm not here for revenge," she said calmly. "I'm here to offer ... a warning." She placed the cube on the council table. It projected holograms, not of Earth's armies, but of its stories. The Iliad, the siege of Leningrad, the samurai of Japan, the Spartans at Thermopylae, the fall of Carthage, the wars of ideology, of survival, of retaliation. While your species were perfecting art and biology, she continued, we perfected resistance. Every time we were broken, we stood up sharper. Every time someone called us weak, we learned to use that label as a weapon. The holograms faded, replaced by a simple phrase, "Harmless is what we let you believe." Then she walked out. No threats, no ultimatums. The galaxy scrambled. Some species tried to apologize. others to a lie, a few to quietly erase their past votes of classification. None mattered because humanity was no longer interested in being ranked. They were claiming systems. Now, not through force, but through influence. Former Croft worlds invited humans to govern. Trade routes pivoted toward Terran sectors. A dozen races submitted formal applications to learn from Earth's military schools. The Accord attempted to revise the human classification. It now read, Tier 12, Cultural and Strategic Superpower. Caution, provocation may result in planetary consequences. Unofficially, they just wrote one word, do not poke. In a distant bar on the edge of the galactic rim, two traders exchanged stories over fermented spark wine. You remember when they call humans harmless? One asked. The other laughed bitterly, staring at the red mark across the stars. Worlds now part of the Terran Coalition. Yeah, he said. And we pay with planets to learn otherwise. END.